Because when you're moving to IoT and you're approaching your partners, example, you have a customer, they have a whole system built in 1980s. What happened? Today you want them to come to IoT, but you are not able to integrate your latest solution with their current system. So what happened? It's very hard for you. Otherwise, you have to ask your customer to change the whole system because you want to move them to IoT. Third one is remote management. Now, example, you have already installed the solution, but if you have no remote connectivity, I'm not asking only just to have access there. Remote management means that you can send your commands, you can download the data, you can modify, and you can access the solution while having remote management. Fourth one is security. And I believe there is no need to explain what security is and how important it is to the solution. Security is the key. A little bit about our company, Teltonica. As you can see, it's mentioned IoT Group. Why we call ourselves IoT Group? Because we have done a lot of efforts in the last 20 years, and we work in different verticals. Today, we have 4 different business lines. The very first is vehicle telematics. In last presentation, a guy from BCare was talking about insurance, and he mentioned in Arabic about GPS tracking. I was understanding what he's talking about. He's talking about insurance for vehicles. So yes, we have a business line for vehicle telematics. It's called traditional GPS solution, which we have enhanced to IoT in mobility. Second one is networking. Now, networking means here for our business line that we have devices which you can install and you can make remote connectivity to the solution. You can send data, you can receive data from that particular solution. Third one is a smart autonomous solution. Example, you have a use case, you have a situation where you have to install some IoT device and you need to have a backup battery inside the solution. And there is no external source of power. So we make a separate business line. It's called SAS, a Smart Autonomous Solution. Fourth one is EMS. What is EMS? EMS means that we already have hardware which is available, but if you are working on very typical solution and you are trying to find the right hardware, but you don't have it. So what you can do, you come to us, we sit together, we talk with R&D people, and we can build a new hardware, a new product according to your need. We are capable to build a new product based on your need. Of course, numbers and commercials depend. Here is some about our presence globally. It's very important for you to know that where we are. So our company is based in Lithuania, Europe, and we are operating in Middle East from Dubai office. So right now, I am coming from Dubai office. We are there from last 10 years, and we are dealing in Saudi market from Dubai. But this year, we decided to be available in Riyadh, and inshallah, in Q2, we will have our office here. So we will be more closer to Kingdom. We will be more closer to the ground realities and ground challenges, and we will help our partners. Let's talk about mobility, IoT in mobility. So what we are doing in mobility. I will give you an example from this topology that you imagine that you have a customer, you have a partner, which involve in logistic business. Now imagine what challenges they could face in their operations. What is important for them when they are running a logistic company? So what they have vehicles, they have cargo, and they have drivers, which is moving goods from point A to point B. So what you can do, you can provide them solution where they can monitor the whole solution, the whole operation by one screen, where they can see their fuel consumption, they can see their parcel tracking, they can do driver behavior, and they will easily understand that how many work hours they're doing actually. Then, when the cargo is moving from regular transport to, by a ship and by, any other medium, where you need autonomous devices, where, example, you have containers. So that container should be monitored, and you should have data that what cargo you have inside and is moving from A to B. So you can install one device, one hardware that can do your job easily. You can track your location, you can track how many parcels are there, and it's been delivered to the customer or no. So the key features are here. one device that can do a job means you can monitor the vehicle, you can have an idea about the load, you can connect wireless sensors, you can do remote management, and as well fuel monitoring. And here I have the hardware in my pocket. It's called FMB devices. You can see it's a very small, tiny device, but this one device can do all these jobs easily. Let's go for about remote management and remote connectivity. This segment is very popular nowadays. It's getting popular and popular. We have some partners. They are working on these solutions. And here we have some example from remote connectivity. So what is the meaning for remote connectivity? Imagine you have a scenario where you have your customer working in oil and gas, or it could be similar business. You have a remote area where you have no power, where you have no internet, but you want to monitor the whole operation there. So what you can do? You can connect and build a solution like this topology, which we can, of course, customize according to your need. So you have a power from solar panel. Then you have mobile internet from our networking hardware. Then you have access to the solution by remote management. So you can see all the flow, you can see all the operations by one screen. Second topic is very favorite for me. I like this particular use case because we are from GPS tracking background, and today when we are working on this sector, we call transportation. So you have a vehicle, you have a public transport bus. What's happening? You need few things there. Very first thing, which is our basic need, called Wi-Fi. Okay? So you need Wi-Fi there. You need internet, so you can do payment solution there. Third one is you can run a screen where you can put real-time data. And the fourth one is you can put CCTV camera. Now, all these things can be achieved by one hardware itself. Next case study is about traffic system. Now, I've been to Riyadh, and I see how traffic is managed here. So there is a strong demand that some solution provider should create a unique system like this example, which we can modify according to your need, that you have one example with traffic monitoring system like CCTV camera, speeding cameras, you have traffic lights, and you need to manage and monitor them remotely, which all you can achieve by one screen and by one hardware. So here we have some key points. Of course, I was not able to carry this hardware in my pocket. It's a little bit bigger. So what we have here, we have mobile internet, we have connection interface, you can connect wireless sensors, remote management, industrial design, and multiple protocols. So it can be integrated with any solution easily. So let's wrap up. So what we talk about how we can make IoT easy, how we can do multiple businesses by creating multiple solutions, and we have talked about some example of some use cases and some topologies. But I understand it's 20 minutes not enough to explain everything. So you guys can visit our booth. We sit there. Our technical guys are sitting there. We can talk about your special need, and we can offer you the right solution. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to invite His Excellency Dr. Satya Kumar from Infotech, وسيحدثنا عن كيفية تحسين إنترنت الأشياء للإنتاجية في الأعمال التجارية. He will talk to us how to improve Internet of Things for productivity in the business sector. Dr. Kumar? Is Mr. Cristiano here? Mr. Cristiano? دكتور هزاع الشريف موجود؟ ممكن نقدمك؟ طيب اوكي. دكتور هزاع الظاهر انهم جو. مستر كومار. How are you?
Can you play my presentation? Good evening. My name is Satya Kumar. I represent a company called Infratech, and I am heading the digital transformation division for Infratech. So today, I'm going to talk about how IoT can be used to improve the business efficiency. Okay. So any technology, if you see today, it's basically is to make business transformation. Okay. And technology is just an enabler for the business. So we need to understand what kind of business efficiency this technology can bring in order to run your business. Okay. So what are the various areas where the IoT can help? One of the major aspects is improving the integration. So today, the organizations, they have products and services, and whenever there is an issue in the products, somebody has to go to the physically to the products and see what is the fix, what is the issue in the product, then trying to diagnose the issues and trying to solve this. Okay, but when you have an IoT enabled assets or a device, this can be remotely diagnosed, and also in some cases even we can predict, okay, whether this device is going to fail in advance, and basically it will help you to improve the integration, okay, about the device and the organization. Next is to elevate the business efficiency. So the business is all about how you make money and how you reduce your cost and how you improve your customer experience. So how you elevate the business efficiency is improving the productivity of the people who are working. So there are multiple ways to improve the productivity, and IoT is also one of the best ways to improve the productivity. And the third point which I would like to discuss on synchronizing the operations. When I say synchronizing operation, for example, production and logistics, okay, these are the two operations, and mostly it is like not synchronized, or it's like partially synchronized. By using an IoT kind of a technology, you can synchronize your logistics with the production, okay, and also you can integrate your supplier production process with your organization production process. So the complete synchronization will help the organizations to improve the efficiency. And of course, supply chain, because supply chain is something like every organization have it. That is how the back end of any organization is, how efficient their supply chain is. Because today, if you see, most of the organization is competing with their own supply chain. It's not like, because every organization have a similar products. So one way they can sell the product more is by reducing the cost. How you reducing the cost is basically improve your supply chain operations. So when I say supply chain, it could be like a IoT-enabled supply chain, or it could be a connected supply chain, where right from the forecast until the sales, it can be tracked. And also today, you also have a what you call the reverse supply chain. The products which is going to come for service, okay? So the reverse supply chain is where the companies are spending a lot of money, because any warranty claims or anything, it's going to eating away your profit. So how efficiently you are going to track your product, how proactively you are going to fix the product, that will reduce your supply chain cost. So that is also one of the important aspect of IoT. And another thing is like lower energy cost. So for example, now we are talking about smart cities, smart homes, okay, connected homes. So how IoT can help is like it can manage the power, water, and everything very judiciously. And in terms of that, it will help you to reduce the cost. And of course, the last one is like tracking people and device assets. Okay, so all this are possible today using IoT. So when you are going to do all this as part of your business, what you're going to get is like enhanced business outcomes. It could be like improved experience, customer experience, reduced cost, and improved operational efficiency. So this is like a detailed presentation, like how this can be achieved. For example, like while using a smart sensors in the buildings, right? And in some cases, like one of the project we did is like we put sensors in the meeting rooms actually, because most of the time we find people book the meeting rooms, but they don't come on time, and because of that, some other people cannot use that meeting room. So we put the sensors inside the meeting rooms, and when there is no occupancy after the meeting starts, about 10 minutes or so, we will automatically cancel that meeting room booking so that no other people can use that meeting room. This is something like bringing efficiency, because otherwise these meeting rooms are booked but nobody uses it. Okay, so this is a small use case which helps the organization to improve certain efficiency in their management. Okay, and we also have a project which we done on tracking people inside the organization, even the field workers who are away outside in the field services. We were able to connect them remotely, and those people can connect remotely to the technicians here, senior technicians. So when they are doing some kind of a diagnostics, they can virtually connect to this senior technician and they can fix the problem. By this, what has happened is like the multiple visits to fix the problem has been reduced, and that has saved a lot of cost for the company. So this is one of the project which we have done, and it also improved the business efficiency. So this is it's a generic flow of how the path of connected device. So it's basically any event which is happening in the physical world. It could be like anything, somebody entering into the room, or some of the machines is breaking down. Okay, so this is an event basically which is happening in the physical world, and this event is captured using a sensor. A sensor could be a hardware device which detects this event. There are many sensors available, like noise sensors, pressure sensors, and all those sensors. And based on our business problems, we can use the right sensor to capture that event. So once that event is captured, then this event has to be uploaded. So when I say uploading, it could be uploaded into a cloud kind of a scenario where it can transmit this information. It can use an industrial SIM. Okay, through that, this information can be uploaded into the cloud. And once this information is uploaded into the cloud, then the analysis starts. The analysis, it could be like a simple analysis, or it could be like a very complex algorithms which are written to analyze the uploaded data and provide certain insights to the people, what actions they have to take. So based on the analysis, the action is triggered. So action could be manual action, where a person can see that event and the analysis and take an action. Or it could be a cognitive action, where automatically, based on certain conditions, the action is taken. Then once the action is taken, you will have a report, so that at the end of the day, you should know like what are the actions taken and what was the outcome of those actions. And this report is shared across. So this is a typical way of how the IoT things happening, right? Right from getting the information, then analyzing the information, and providing some insights to the operators or to the person who's using that, and finally reporting that information as a dashboard or a report. Okay, so for example, if you are going to get a real world scenario, in this case, it should be like a predictive maintenance. Okay, so predictive maintenance is something like when a machine is running. So it's based on certain events which is happening inside the machines. A sensor can capture that information, and a sensor can say that this machine is going to fail in next 24 hours, okay? And these are the actions which you can take in order to overcome this failure. And sometimes it can even trigger a work order to go and do this, the maintenance, predictive maintenance. And so that, no, it can tell you, okay, this was reported and this is the action taken. And because of this action taken, this failure will not happen. So this is how this particular path of connected device can be linked with the real-time scenario. So what are the applications? So now we have sensor technology, and what are the applications of using a connected devices? Okay, so it can be applied in many ways. So for example, today most of the vehicles are connected, most of the assets, people are connected. Even there are some solutions which are tracking camels in the deserts, or pets, right? Which falcons. Okay, they have put a sensor on the falcons and they are tracking it. And also, once you start tracking, then you will be able to control that also. Okay, so this is one area. Next is the agriculture and automation, right? So today, if you see in agriculture, the IoT connected farm is something like which they are using, where you can right from detecting the quality of the sand, okay, what is the, what kind of fertilizers they are using, okay, and the moisture level of the sand. And also in some cases they use drones, capture the agriculture areas and see any pest control can be done. So these are some of the areas like IoT is used in agriculture. Of course, in the energy consumption, we already know, like in smart buildings, right, they put sensors. So based on the sensors, they switch on and switch off the lighting, or they can reduce the lighting, so to save the energy consumptions. And security and compliance, that is one of the areas where the IoT is used, where your CCTV data can be captured and analyzed using an image processing. And we can also do some kind of proactive people who are entering inside the building without any valid reasons. So those kind of things also we can do as part of security and compliance. And building and asset management, of course, that is one area which IoT is mainly used. Most of the elevators today inside the buildings are connected elevators. So one of the advantage of connected elevator is it can proactively send you some information whether the asset is working or not. So proper maintenance can be taken, because most of the time, no, elevators is the lifeline of the building. Okay, even if it stops for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it will have a big impact. And inside the building, again, lightings can be used, and your water management. Okay, people who are visiting inside the building, going outside. So all this can be achieved using the IoT technologies. And of course, now recently, everything is becoming connected. Right from the shoes, okay, connected shoes, and connected refrigerator, ACs, and everything. And in fact, one of the case studies is like Uber and I think Colgate-Palmolive, Oral-B, they come together, and Oral-B has given a Bluetooth brushes, okay, to its passengers, Uber. So, and it is integrated, and if somebody brushes at their home, Uber receives an information that somebody is getting up and a car should be there. So they position the car nearest to that position. So this is basically integration of a connected toothbrush and Uber, which nobody thinks about like few years back. So these are a small business case which will help you to build many possibilities. Okay. So everyday things like shoes, right, and refrigerators, your washing machines, everything. And they say like in future, like even the retailer will know like what is your what are the things which you have stored in the fridge, and they can say, send you an alert, okay, this is going to get over, please order it. Okay, so the Alexa and all the things are coming into picture. And finally, telemedicines. So telemedicines, of course, you know, today everybody is scared about coronavirus. So even going to hospital becomes a big risk now, okay? So the connected healthcare or telemedicines help you to connect with your doctors right from your home, okay, through a video conferencing. And there are certain devices which patients can wear it, and through that devices, the doctor remotely can see what are the parameters. For example, like your sugar level or your blood pressure level, your oxygen level in your body, Okay, and also we are working even to come up with the ECG which can be connected. So those information can be seen by the doctor remotely, and he can take certain actions, okay? And if you are really sick, it can even tell the ambulance to come and reach that place and take you to the further investigations. So if you see, like last few years, like everything has become connected, okay? Every product becomes smart, and there are advantage as well as a disadvantage, because if everything is connected, there is always a challenge of somebody including that device and getting inside your network. So of course the cyber security is also one of the important aspect which we should not forget when you are developing any IoT kind of a solutions. So these are some predictions which is done by big companies, because IoT is pervasive and we have to be ready for it. So these are certain research which is done by Gartner predicts that almost like 20 billion of IoT devices will be there in the world by 2020. And Cisco is also estimating like 847 zettabytes of data. Because the moment you have IoT devices, the IoT devices are going to generate a huge amount of data, because without the data, you cannot predict certain things, right? So this also becomes very important. And IDC has come up with saying that the spending for IoT kind of a solution will be like $1.2 trillion by 2022. And there is also one of the new technology, I think everybody is aware, like 5G. 5G is going to come, and it's almost came in certain regions. This will again make IoT very prevalent, because because of its fastness, and also the image data transfer and real-time data exchange will be more possible using 5G than 4G, because the capacity of 5G is like in GBs. It can download GBs of data in 1 second or 2 seconds. So all this trend shows that IoT is something like pervasive, and we have to be ready to accept it and use it. So this is like what do you say, like it's a framework which we do. Basically, if you take any organization, if you see from the bottom, it's like we have a CRM, ERP, and other data sources, and there are certain devices also connected. So all this information from the devices has to be pushed into the cloud, okay? When you're pushing it, data quality also comes into important from IoT perspective as well as from other information, because the device's data alone will not be used for insights, okay? Device data has to be compared with your ERP data or the CRM data. So we have to make sure that we have a proper data platform in which all the data are collated and data quality is performed, and then we can combine all this data to get the insights, okay? So all this data which is structured, unstructured, or semi-structured, which will be getting into the big data kind of a scenario or a data warehousing scenario. And top of it, we do a data analytics layer to understand what is the insight which the data is providing. The analytics could be of any kind of a descriptive analytics, which is like a postmortem, or it could be like a predictive or a prescriptive analytics, or it could be even a cognitive analytics. That is up to the maturity level of the organization. Then on top of it, we'll have a data visualization layer. So when you say data visualization layer, the insights should help the people to take decisions, right? So people should be given a proper visualization through which they will be able to take decision or understand the insights of the data. So that is very, very important, because that's the reason data visualization is very, very important aspect. So we have many tools today like a Tableau or a ClickSense through which all this data visualization can be done. So this is like a proper framework which we follow, where IoT plus analytics and data science. And also now the blockchain also coming into the picture. So IoT data can be pushed into the blockchain, so that the integrity of the data and the security of data will be much more dependent on blockchain. So it will be a powerful combination when I say IoT, analytics, data science plus blockchain. So this is a slide which I would like to, as part of our company, what we are offering right for this is like we offer a complete end-to-end solution for digital transformation, right from doing the consulting, because digital transformation is something like transforming the organization. It's not like bringing one technology and say we have transformed it. So we have to transform the organization holistically. So for that, we do the initial consulting, understand the objective of the organization, do the gap assessment, and see, because in some cases we have to re-engineer the business model, right? And after that, we create a roadmap, and during that roadmap, we decide on which technology will be useful for the organization. It could be IoT, or it could be a robotic process automation, or it could be like a customer experience, because organizations are many ways. Like some organizations are customer-facing organization, some organizations are B2B. So the solution which we give to business organization is different from business to consumer organization. So all those aspects will be taken care of, and we provide a complete solution and help the customers to transform their organization. I think I'm done. Thanks for your time. And if you have any questions, you can ask me now. We have another 1 minute or so. Any questions? Okay. Anyway, thanks for the opportunity. So if you have any doubts or anything about IoT or something, you can get in touch with me. Thanks for your time.
Is Mr. Cristiano here? الأتممة المتكاملة للوصول إلى عالم ذكي، حالة استخدام الحوسبة الطرفية، التوصيل البيني الآمن والديناميكي بين تقنية المعلومات والتقنيات التشغيلية. المتحدث هو مستر كريستيانو غوريري.
Hello everyone, thanks for being here. Today we have been listening to a lot of interesting speech, a lot of interesting application of the smart world. But I think what we are focusing here is on the tip of the iceberg. Because if we look at all these smart world application, IoTs, drones, or whatever we have seen here today, is just all these elements will sit eventually on an infrastructure. And the infrastructure needs to be integrated and vice versa with these elements. So if I tell you that the infrastructure we have today is just perfectly fine if I attach AI, machine learning, or the different IoT devices, this is not true. Because if we look at the numbers, there is a steady growth of investments, devices, different industries that are leveraging the smart world. Here in Saudi Arabia, we have ambitious projects like NEOM, the Red Sea. But several smart world initiatives, like smart cities, IoT, industry, despite all this availability of new technology, the scaling up of this project are made more costly and complicated by the underlying infrastructure. No one is talking about infrastructure itself that needs to support all these elements. So before we had IT projects with a couple of security vendors, couple of networking, APIs. So we have total maybe 5, 6, 10 elements to integrate. But tomorrow, I would say also today, the complexity is higher than before because we have all these new elements that needs to be part of this infrastructure. So we are talking about an explosion of interfaces, an explosion of elements that needs to be managed somehow. But not only that, but it's also the integration points are increasing. This on the technical side, but what about the culture? What about the maturity level of each and every domain? Because if you think about the person that is working for the last 10 years in building base station has a completely different pace, rhythm, and mindset of the person that is working in a data center with virtualized machine or virtual environments. They need to work together to build the smart world. So there is a gap that needs to be bridged between those two people. And of course, are not only those two, multiplied by all the domains you have in the smart world. Of course, there will be vendors that are coming here and telling you, yes, don't worry, I will help you out. I will do everything for you, which is true. But also time here is the essence, because I don't have 10 years to build a solution, to build, to bring to life my smart city, because they have a mandate. Mayors need to bring this project alive, to be remembered, to be re-elected or appointed in the city. So scaling requires ubiquitous automation across multiple domains, technology and vendors. So those people need to be able to work together and bridge this gap again. So the infrastructure is cluttered with a lot of these tools that everyone is using to manage the infrastructure. And, but they are, serving maybe a narrow purpose or vertical. So I can relate, for example, for the first point. I'm a former network engineer, so I was in the SOC or NOC, working, at the time there was no orchestration as a word, it was the different tool to manage the technology. Now orchestration is very used and abused word because everyone is doing orchestration. But the missing piece is the integration, right? So I was there working with these different tools, the monitoring tools, the checking in the firewall, and trying to bring all this information together to take actions. And I'm telling you, it was very good for my CV, for sure, because I had a lot of experience. But actually, the nightmare I had while I was working on this environment was, it was very difficult for me. Other domains like, for example, SD1 is a silo within the silos. So you have, the vendors that they can bring a solution ground up, but again, you're stuck with that silo, with that vendor. If you want, to move to another vendor, yes, you have another silo, so you have to manage again another solution. And also, not only that, but there are the vendors of the hardware in the SD1, vendors only of the software or out of the security. So again, legacy management and tool, not even going there. Legacy is not part of the smart world, someone can think. But it is, because again, that guy that was working in the legacy needs to work with the guys that works in the IoT. And then if you think that because I have an IoT application and then I attach that to my infrastructure, those two guys will work smoothly, hands in hands. I mean, this is a wishful thinking, but is that true? Security ecosystem, they are living in another domain, because we have the overlay culture here, where you deploy your network and you need to eventually to secure it to different layers. And of course, as for this slide, icing on the cake is a never-ending chaotic standards debates. The different standards within the different domains. And most of the time, we need to agree on which standard we need to talk. But just this very statement is just not standard anymore. So let's be done with the standard then to address both. So we have a third standard now. But this context is not created by the customer, because as end customers, see here some names, you would like to have something that easy to integrate, easy to manage, easy to deliver. So it's not the customer the problem here, but it's this tiny ecosystem of vendors, large vendors, that they are trying to bring their own agenda. But this is understandable, because if I was a vendor of appliances, I would do the same. I want to sell my stuff, of course. This is my goal. So I want you to be stuck in a silo, or I want to be easily integrable with a different vendor, because again, I want you that you buy my solution for that specific domain. And also the nature of the different elements, like DC-centric ecosystem, they don't extend to the IoT space. It's very difficult to have those to talk, because the people that are building IoTs may not have a, think, or may not have need to integrate at this stage, in this moment in time, with the data center. They will, but someone will do that for them. So, at the end of the day, the mess is left to the system integrator to assemble all these pieces of the different solutions, to cherry pick the best of breed based on their experience, based on their knowledge, and to provide this solution to the industries, authorities, and so on. So, because all of that, there is an emerging trend of integrated automation platform that aims at breaking this chasm and help those that are delivering this solution into the smart world, solving the integration problem through agile abstraction. So I want my infrastructure to be abstracted to my business process. I want my application that I plug, no matter what is the infrastructure underneath. Because I don't need to know, because I have the abstraction layer to translate that to the language-specific vendor, or with a standard, if you wish. And of course, we need to provide a single development environment where you can bring your own expertise as an end customer, as system integrator, as partner, whatever, and build your own business process. Because every infrastructure at the end is unique. So I want to integrate the way I believe is right. I don't want to be told how I need to integrate my infrastructure into the service that I want to provide. And no matter what is infrastructure, no matter what the use case. So, MS Activator aims to that, to abstract the complexity of the infrastructure with the automation that I want to provide to the infrastructure. Because if you don't have a stable infrastructure, that iceberg I was talking about, below the surface, will melt. And if that melts, it's not stable anymore, and then everything else is going to sink, it's not floating. So, to build a smart world requires the adequate infrastructure foundation. And at UB, we focus not on the tip of the iceberg, but on the automation challenges that lies below the surface. So, if you want to know more, we are at the booth end. We are here for the week. And also we will have a workshop tomorrow. So, welcome to join us. And that's it. Actually, I was quite good because I'm well over time. Thanks a lot.
Grazie mille. Mr. Cristiano. Now moving to another topic. الآن مع الدكتور المتحدث هزاع الشريف من الجامعة السعودية الإلكترونية، وسيتحدث إلينا عن إدخال الحوسبة الضبابية إلى شبكات إنترنت الأشياء. فليتفضل.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So it's Hazza Sharif from Saudi Electronic University. So how this will go. So today we'll talk about how the idea of introducing fog computing to IoT networks. Okay. So as an introduction, the Internet of Things is a modern concept that allows every single object to exchange data through the Internet. So this concept brought a new challenge to the IT field. So one of the solutions is using cloud computing, to deal with some of the limitation of the IoT networks. However, there are some issue or limitation related to high delay of using this idea. Why do we need more solutions for IoT? Because the work now is more bigger than just IoT. Some researchers talking about extending the IoT network to IoE, which is Internet of Everything. So we include here the people, we including the data, the things, and the processes that occur in the networks. So that means we need more solutions to deal with the, to help a high performance and so on. So let's just, to get our head on the idea of fog computing, let's talk briefly about some motivation scenarios that help to understand the concept. So let's look at supporting Al-Hajj or managing crowds. Okay, so if we have a number of sensors that deployed in Al-Hajj in Mecca, and we collect information from these sensors or devices to analyze it, to come up with the good decisions. So we need a type of management here. Smart homes, to be able to connect all the devices, access it remotely, and so on, it's need a type of attention as well. So the idea of fog computing also, it's called edge computing, is to move the capability closer to the IoT devices, or in the other word, to the edge of the network. It's still in the early stages and face some challenges. So basically the idea here is to have a layer between the cloud. This one? Okay. So the idea here is to have a layer between the devices, the IoT devices, and the cloud. We call it a fog layer, which is the middle layer, that will help to be close to the IoT devices to serve them, as well as to benefit from the cloud, like synchronizing or receiving push data from the cloud to be kept and stored near to the user devices. So there are some solutions that using only edge networking. There are some solutions using only cloud computing, and there are some of them using both. And that's what we are discussing here. So to decide where to deploy the service, either in the cloud or executing the service, either in the cloud or in the fog, a number of criteria or matrices could be defined to help to take that decision. So it could be based on if the time is sensitive or the delay is not acceptable, so we need to bring it maybe closer to the IoT devices. If the traffic is high, so it could be another choice. If the storage, high storage is needed, could be the cloud is better option, security, privacy, energy, scalability. So a number of metrics could be defined to help to decide where to execute the services. So inside the fog layer, it could be a number of nodes. We call it fog nodes. Okay, these devices can have a direct link to the cloud, or either using a neighboring link between each other to reach the cloud. So it could be discovered by the user or by the IoT devices to seek services. So it could be directly, as I said before, and it will help, especially in real-time interaction. So interaction between or cooperation between nodes could be a core, okay, to serve such a request. So to get a benefit from the cloud, so the cloud could manage these fog nodes to a better enhancing the user experience. So for example, for example, each node register in the cloud before serving user to interact with the IoT device to ensure high security and track the node if it's to make the network reliable and so on. So as I mentioned before about where to execute services, so it could be a policy set up to help to decide whether a certain task should be executed in the fog or in the cloud, considering the number of criteria that presented earlier, like the load cost, the network cost, storage, and so on. So for example, if the cloud servers are busy or non-reachable to the IoT devices, could be better to handle it in the fog and so on, or in the edge. So to conclude, the IoT devices has gained a lot of researchers' attention due to its successful implementation in various scenarios. Cloud computing can fit well with IoT system. On the other side, new challenges are associated. Edge or fog computing has been presented as a solution. We need to investigate the ability of introducing both cloud and fog technologies to the IoT system, or IoE, which is the Internet of Everything, using a balanced approach in deploying services that at the fog and the cloud. So that's it. So it's a short, quick thoughts about the fog computing introduced to the IoT. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Hazza. Last but not least, وأخيرا وليس آخرا، خلق القيمة والتأثير المحتمل لإنترنت الأشياء الصناعي. متحدثنا هو الأستاذ إبراهيم البالود، فليتفضل. أستاذ إبراهيم موجود؟ طيب، عموما نتوقف بريك مدة 10 دقائق، وبعد ذلك بإذن الله نعود مع الأستاذ إبراهيم. احتمال يكون في الطريق لأن قدمنا المحاضرة قليلا، فنتوقف 10 دقائق، وبعد ذلك نعود بإذن الله. مرحبا بكم مرة أخرى. Last but not least وأخيرا وليس آخرا، خلق القيمة والتأثير المحتمل لإنترنت الأشياء الصناعي. المتحدث هو الأستاذ إبراهيم البالود، فليتفضل مشكورا.
السلام عليكم. ما راح أخذ منكم وقت كثير، أنا آخر واحد متحدث فبحاول ما أخليكم تنامون يعني قد ما أقدر. أوكي. معذرة بس أنا كنت أسأل الأخوان عربي إنجليزي، أنا بتكلم عربي بس قد في بعض المصطلحات لازم تكون بالإنجليزي يعني ما أعرف أترجمها يعني ما أتذكرها وقت الشرح. حاولت أجرب إني أتكلمها كلها عربي، أغلط كل مرة أجرب، فقلت خلني أقول لكم إياها كما هي على سليقتها أحسن. وين طبعا الحديث التوبك الموضوع اليوم سببه انه انترنت الاشياء والانترنت الاشياء الصناعيه لا زال فيه صوره غير واضحه الفروقات ما بينهم، ومدى تاثير الثوره الصناعيه انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه وانترنت الاشياء الفروقات ما بينهم وابعادها على على التحول الرقمي وعلى اقتصاد الدول. طبعا كيف اتحرك؟ اوكي. الاجنده تتكلم عن الفروقات ما بين الثوره الصناعيه، ثوره انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه والانترنت الاشياء، بعدين نتكلم عن انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه والامباكت تاثيرها على الاقتصاد وحجم السوق في المملكه العربيه السعوديه. بالرغم واجهت صعوبه القى معلومات فيها، ونبذه عامه عن الشركه في صفحه واحده في دقيقتين، بحيث انه لو واحد يعرف اكثر عن الشركه يقدر يزورنا في المعرض، احنا متواجدين. ما اقدر اتحرك. طيب خلني راحتي اتحرك يا شيخ، احس اني ماشي هنا. طيب طبعا الانترنت الاشياء تختلف من ناحيه طبيعه السنسورز، هذه نقطه. الانترنت الاشياء موجه اكثر للسوق المستهلاكي للكونسيومرز، اما بالنسبه للانترنت الاشياء الصناعيه موجهه للسوق الصناعي. الفروقات حبدا لكم نقطه. السنسور بحيث ان تكون عباره عن قدرتها على جمع بيانات، نقل بيانات بكميات كبيره، هاي للصناعيه. اما بالنسبه لل كيف استخدم في طريقه اقدر اشر عليه ذا؟ لا طيب مش مشكله. السنسر في الانترنت الاشياء الصناعيه عددها نوعا ما قليل مقارنه بالسنسرز الانترنت الاشياء الاستهلاكيه، لكن كميه البيانات فيها اعلى بكثير. في الانترنت الاشياء فقط تتكلم عن انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه تتكلم عن مليونز، وتتكلم في الاستهلاكيه عن بليونز بشكل عام. حجم طريقه التركيب، عاده ثوره انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه تتطلب تركيبات عشان تهيئه للنظام عشان يعني يرتبط مع السنسورز بشكل مختلف. في الانترنت الاشياء لا يوجد متطلبات لهذا الشيء. نقطة أخرى عملية التوصيل الشبكة. عادة في انترنت الأشياء الصناعية يكونون حريصين جدا على موضوع الأمن، بشكل مخالف من ناحية انترنت الأشياء لا يتطلب هذا الشيء. ففي فروقات عملية طبيعة اللي يسمونه تفضل. إيه في بوينتر. اوكي هنا على هنا كذا. اوكي ممتاز. اوكي طيب نتكلم لكم هنرجع بس سلايد اخيره. اوكي كنت طيب انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه طبعا التطور التقني جدا سريع، التكنولوجيا ادفانسمنت سريعه جدا. الان السنسرز في قبل سنه ونص تقريبا او سنتين صار عمليه نقل البيانات، عمليه قدره على معالجه البيانات وليس فقط نقلها، تتكلم عن نسب عاليه جدا، بحيث انه بسبب الذكاء الصناعي والتطور التقني الكبير في عمليه البروسيسنج، عمليه معالجه البيانات جدا كبير. في عمليه النتورك برضو تطلب شبكه كامله منفصله تختلف تماما عن عمليه زي ما ذكرت عن تقنيه الاشياء، انه عمليه الامن والحمايه فيها. تتطلب انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه داتا كونكتيفيتي بلاتفورم، هو منصه بيانات متكامله، ويتطلب يكون فيها تطبيقات ابلكيشنز او بلاتفورم خاص في تقنيه البيانات لعمليات البيج داتا، البيانات الكبيره وتحليلها. برضو عمليه الاناليتكس، يعني كثير جانب كبير ناس يعني في الانترنت الاشياء الصناعيه الاندستريال اي او تي مهم جدا يكون كومبوننت رئيسي فيها عمليه قدره على عمل لايف سايكل كامله، دوره حول يسمونها لايف سايكل اوف داتا ساينتست to do the entire cycle to develop models for machine learning. بالإضافة لعمل visualization والبرزنتيشن. هذا بشكل عام الكومبوننت الأشياء الرئيسية للإنترنت الأشياء الصناعية، بخلاف الإنترنت الأشياء اللي ما فيها الأشياء هذه المجتمع مع بعض. فهو عبارة عن منصة كاملة متكاملة للتحول الرقمي، بتساعد على جمع البيانات وتحليلها وتقديمها على شكل مختلف، على شكل فيجواليزيشن سواء 3D موديل أو شكل KPIs وداشبورد. طبعا التقدم التقني زي ما قلت في البداية أنه له دور كبير في دخول مرحلة جديدة في اندستري 2.0 اللي هو الجزء المرحلة الجديدة متوقع تكون من 2000 الفترة هذه إلى 2025 في 26 حيكون فيها دمج أكثر في التقنيات في المجال الثروة الصناعية، انترنت الأشياء الصناعية. طبعا الاندستريال اي او تي التكنولوجيا ادفانسمنت التحول الرقمي طلب متطلبات كثيرة. فمثلا على سبيل المثال تكلفة الوايرلس نتورك في خلال آخر 10 سنوات قلت كثيرا جدا عن أسعارها في الفترة الماضية، فهذا يساعد برضو على شركات خصوصا المصانع والمدن عملية تركيبها واستفادة من خدماتها. بالسابق كانت نوعا ما مكلفة، وعملية البيانات ليس بالحجم الكبير للتعامل معها. عملية المراقبة المونيتورينج بالسابق خلال 10 سنوات الماضية ما كان في إمكانية انك يعني بسهولة انك تقدر تكون عندك مدينة ذكية كاملة فيها كل جزء من المدينة يمكن يسوي مراقبة كاملة عن طريق السنسر، لأن يسمونها اللي هي السنسر ريلايبيليتي، اللي هي قدرة السنسر يعيش فترة طويلة على مكان مفتوح في الانفايرمنت. الآن كل هذه التقنيات تطورت جدا بحيث أن بإمكانك تقعد سنوات وبسرعات عالية استخدامها في الأجهزة في يسمونها weather monitoring حقت الطقس أو السكيورتي أو السيفتي. فهذه كلها الآن متوفرة بوفرة وبسرعات عالية جدا. بالإضافة إلى الديستريبيوتد سنسرز اللي هي الفايبر، يمكن إلى فترة قريبة نوعا ما يعتبر مكلف الفايبر، الآن ما يقارن بأسعاره في السابق. فعملية إنشاء المدن الذكية أو إنشاء أي تحول رقمي سواء صناعي مصانع أو مدن ذكية تكلفتها أقل بكثير، فكان أصبح سعرها متداول للكثير من الدول أو حتى الشركات. هذا كله ساعد وسرع عملية التحول الرقمي على مستوى السنسرز. والكوميونيكيشن نفس الشيء، الكوميونيكيشن السكيل، يعني الآن السكيلابيلتي كانت في السابق إلى فترة قريبة كان دائما فيها مشكلة. يعني من أكثر المشاكل كانت خلال بداية الألفية إنه كيف أنا أقدر أوسع، مثلا أرفع عدد السكيلابيلتي، أزيد عدد السنسرز وكان إدارتها على مستوى قطاع كبير. الآن هي مشكلة كبيرة إذا ما عندك منصة رقمية متكاملة حديثة بامكانك you can scale في وفره بالموضوع هذا لتمكين هذا الشيء. بنفس الوقت exploring opportunities في الماركت. من متطلبات انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه، منصات الانترنت الصناعيه اللي بامكانيتك انك تعمل منتجات جديده نفس المنصه الرقميه اللي عندك بامكانك تكنولوجيه، وهذا الشيء برضه ما كان موجود بالسابق. يعني الان بامكانك فكره تاخذها فكره عندك يسوي لها بروتوتايبنج، بتعمل عليها ماشين ليرنينج وتسوي لها ديبلويمنت في البلاتفورم عندك. اذا الاوتكمز حقتها كويسه بامكانك بكل بساطه تسوي لها ديبلويمنت على لارج سكيل. هذه الامكانيات في ثوره انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه الاندستريال اي او تي 2.0 متوفره لا غير موجوده في السابق. او لما اقول لك في السابق اتكلم لك الفترات السنوات السابقه، يعني من 2000 بعد 2010 الى 2018 تقريبا. بالنسبه للكونكتيفيتي برضو من النقاط اللي تم الاضافه عليها انه لابد يكون في الابيلتي زي ما ذكرت عمل تطبيقات اللي يسمونها الزيرو كود ديفلوبمنت، بمعنى انه ما يحتاج ليس مضطر انك تعين مبرمجين على مستوى قطاع صناعي عشان يبرمجون لك برامج. توفير هيئه متكامله لعمليه نمذجه الاوبجكت اللي هي سواء الناس او السنسورز، وعمل عمليه اللوجيك في البلاتفورم الان ممكنه، بحيث انك ما تحتاج دائما مبرمجين او كستمايزيشن يسموها عشان تسويها. البروتوتايبنج يكون سريع، عمليه كونفجريشن تهيئه للنظام وتجربتها على في الديبلويمنت بشكل مباشر. برضو عامل اخر اللي هو الانتجريشن في الايكو سيستم. من الاشياء الرئيسيه مهمه جدا في انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه، منصه انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه، سيملس انتجريشن، عمليه الربط مع انظمه اخرى. الان نتكلم عن الانفراستراكشر بلاتفورم، المنصات الرئيسيه مثلا موجوده عندك في مايكروسوفت اجور، اي دبليو اس وما الى ذلك. توفر امكانيات مع شركات مثلا زي فاذم او شركات مشابهه لفاذم انه يكون في سيملس انتجريشن، عمليه ماركت بليس، بحيث المنتج يكون موجود ويكون مترابط مع جميع الانظمه اللي ممكن تدخل في المنصه. هذه كلها عوامل رئيسيه لدخول مرحله جديده في الثوره الصناعيه الرابعه والتحول الرقمي عن طريق انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه. فمنصه انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه ليست يعني حصريه على سنسرز او ربط الانترنت بيانات الى جهه او نظام معين، هي عباره عن منصه متكامله للتحول الرقمي. طبعا اتكلمت تفصيل على كل كومبوننت، كل جزء من المنصه. البيج داتا امكانيتك نقل البيانات على اكثر من، زي ما تكلمنا في اكثر من شيء، اكثر من يكون مالتي كلاود. ممكن تشتغل على منصات كبيره، مثلا تشتغل على اي دبليو اس ويكون عندك اجور، ما يكون عندك مشكله بحيث انك مالتي كلاود، لانه عاده لما تكون على لارج سكيل على قطاعات كبيره تتطلب يكون اكثر من مورد عندك. فلا بد انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه المنصات عندها القادريه تشتغل على اكثر من منصه سحابيه. اندستريال اي او تي، الانفولمنت برضو الانفولمنت اللي فيها العمليه التطور فيها سريع في عمليه الذكاء الصناعي، بحيث انه الان عمليه الدوره الكامله للديتا ساينتست حتكون من ضمن المنصه نفسها، بحيث انه بامكانك تسوي الاناليسز والاختيار الموديل وكليننج الداتا واختيار الموديل الى الديبلويمنت في فتره قصيره مقارنه بالفتره الماضيه. يعني انا عشتها، يعني اذكر انه عشان بتسوي لك ماشين ليرنينج موديل متكامل تعلم الاله، لابد ترسلها الى في المنصات السحابيه، تاخذ نتائج ترجعها عندك، وخصوصا لما تتعامل على بيانات كبيره حتواجهك تحديات كثيره، لانه ليس بالسهل انك تتعامل مع مجموعه بيانات كبيره وترسلها الى منصات سحابيه اخرى تطلع نتائج وتنزلها مره ثانيه عندك. اذا اتكلم على اكثر من تيرا بايت داتا يعني. الان هذه كلها متوفره، وبامكان برضه منصه في ال 2.0 الاندستريال اي او تي 2.0 الدومين اكسبيرينس. يعني الان من ضمن المنصه بامكانها توفر لك المنصه داتا ساينتست يشتغلون معاك العمل تعلم الآلة التطبيقات منها بالذكاء الصناعي بالسايكل كامل اللي هي من ديسكريبتيف دايجنوستيك وبريدكتيف وبريسكريبتيف اناليتكس سايكل كامله على حسب التطبيق. الفيجواليزيشن برضه من الشغلات المهمه جدا فتطورت كثيرا الفتره الاخيره في منصات انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه سواء على 3 دي موديل سواء على الاوجمانتد رياليتي سواء على الداينامكس اوف كي بي ايز بمعنى انه انا ممكن اكون الكي بي ايز ما تكون نوت بس فقط تكون داتا دريفن تكون سمارت انف حتى تعطيك يعني ريكومنديشنز سواء على نوتيفيكيشنز على الموبايلز او تكون نوتيفيكيشنز عن طريق الايميلز بتكون ادفانس بحيث انها تكون برو اكتف. العمليه من الشغلات المهمه جدا في الفيجواليزيشن خصوصا لما نتكلم على بيانات ضخمه البيج داتا فائدتها كبيره جدا. مثلا على سبيل المثال هذا حدث حصل معي احنا كنا فريق عمل نشتغل على مشروع وشغالين على عمل ماشين ليرنينج ابلكيشن متكامل لمشكله معينه فعملنا اشهر يعني حقيقه. فمن ضمن التولز في الفيجواليزيشن استخدمنا تول وجدنا اصلا التولز ساعدتنا كثير نعرف المشكله بسهوله اكثر لما يكون عندك تول فيها مالتي دايمنشنز بحيث انك تشوف كل محاور الداتا اكثر. الانسان البشري ما يقدر يشوف الابعاد هذه فلما تشوفها تخلي الفيجواليزيشن عندك امكانيه تسوي زوم اوت زوم ان بتشوف ابعادها. في شغلات ممكن تبين لك يسمونها باتر ريكوجنيشن بتبين معاك بالنظر اصلا يعني ما تحتاج حتى ماشين ليرنينج تسويها وبتساعدك تسوي اللي يسمونها حاجه يسمونها داتا كلينزنج بيكون افضل عمليه جعل بياناتك افضل من ناحيه طبيعتها لانه لما يكون عندك بيانات ضخمه التحدي فيها انه احيانا ما تدري من وين تبدا او عاده تجيك بصيغه تيبلز او اكسل شيت او سي اس في فايل فالبيانات الضخمه عاده فيها ليميتيشنز لما كيف تتعامل معها كعقل بشري بعيونك بتشوفها تضطر تستخدم ماشين ليرنينج على طول تسوي كليننج تتعامل مع ارقام. بس لما يكون عندك ادوات فيجواليزيشن البيج داتا حتساعد كثير عمليه السايكل اوف ديفلوبينج الماشين ليرنينج ابلكيشنز وايجاد حلول حقيقه احيانا ما تحتاج برضه ماشين ليرنينج. هذا بشكل عام عن الفيجواليزيشن بشكل عام. الفاليو كرييشن في التحول الرقمي الان يمكن تلاحظون في السنوات القادمه الاي تي والاو تي حيكون فيهم دمج اكثر من السابق يعني كل ما لهم يقربون اكثر في عمليه البزنس حيكون في هايبر كونكتد اوف ثينكس. الان المنصات السحابيه سواء من اوراكل او مايكروسوفت ولا من اي دبليو اس امازون الان قاعد يدخلون مع منصات انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه حيكون فيها دمج متكامل سواء على الابلكيشنز على الليفل حق الاي ار بي سواء على الليفل حق السيستمز اللي خارج قطاع الاي ر بي في الاوبريشن تكنولوجيز او حتى على سواء على ورك فورس مانجمنت او البيبل حتى بيبل مانجمنت او بالبروسيس نفسها. كل الشركات عندها بروسيس سيستمز كل هذه ما حتكون كونكتد مع الاستراتيجي حق الشركه بتكون متكامله مترابطه مع بعض. هذه برضو من النقاط اللي حنشوفها في الفتره القادمه في التحول الرقمي سواء يعني في القطاعات الحكوميه والقطاعات الخاصه. في الايكو سيستم في النقطه الثانيه الايكو سيستم اوف نولج وفاليو انوفيشنز برضو الان مع لما يكون الترابط هذا متواجد حيكون في مالتي ديسيبلين تيم. في مالتي ديسيبلين تيم الان انا بامكاني انا اكون عندي وصول للمعلومه بشكل اسهل بكثير خصوصا نتكلم على بيانات ضخمه بامكاني اعمل ابلكيشنز متخصصه داخل فيها اكثر من عامل مثلا العلاقه مثلا اعطي على سبيل المثال ابغى اعرف كيف ارفع كفاءه اداء الموظفين فبامكانك عمليه العمل مع اداره البيانات لما يكون عندك دمج مع بيانات من الاي ار بي ودمج مع البيانات من الانظمه التشغيليه للموظفين في قطاع معين تقدر تسوي لها كلاسترنج وتشوف ايش امكانيه الموظف هذا ينتج لك في الفتره الجايه وتشوف الاريا اوف اوبتمايزيشن كيف تحسن اداء الموظف. فما يكون التقييم مبني على يعني على تقييم على اوبجكتيف سبجكتيف اكثر ما يكون اوبجكتيف يكون داتا دريفن اكثر من السابق يعني. نقطه اخيره برضو اللي كونكتد انتربرايزز والايكو سيستمز. طبعا الان الدول بشكل عام، هذه رؤيه مستقبليه، الديجيتال ايكونومي الماتشورتي احنا لا زلنا في بداياتها، لكن في المستقبل القريب حيكون في نوع من الايكو سيستم حيكون مترابط بين الدول بطبيعه المنتجات والامكانيات لكل دوله. فعمليه الفريلانس حتكون بتضيف، فالبيج كومبانيز حتكون سمولر كومبانيز بسبب المنصات الرقميه. انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه في المنصات الرقميه حيكون لها دور كبير في الانتربرايزز كومبانيز عمليه دمجها مع بعض او حتى دمج القطاعات مع بعض. فهذه كلها مؤشرات للمستقبل في عمليه التحول الرقمي في الاندستري اي او تي 2.0. الامباكت برضو من النقاط اللي هي اللي ذكرناها قبل شوي، البزنس مودلز حيكون نماذج جديده في الاعمال، سواء على منشآت كبيره ومنشآت صغيره. الانوفيشن ات سكيل بتكون ملاحظه بشكل كبير، حيث الشخص مش مضطر، يعني انا اعطيكم مثال الان، يعني الان الى يومنا هذا، يعني الان عشان شركه بتعمل تبي ابلكيشن معين راح تسوي تندرينج وتاخذ لها شهور، بيجيبوا سيرفيس بروفايدرز، بيسوون سelection، بعدين ديبلويمنت، وتشوف السكسسفول كريتيريا. هذا اللايف سايكل هذه حقت المشاريع حتتغير 180 درجه، حتتغير لانه حتكون على الديبلويمنت منصات انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه، حيكون عندك ابيلتي انت كانتربرايز اورجانيزيشن سواء حكومات او قطاع خاص، بتسوي بروتوتايبنج في البلاتفورم عندك، واذا حقق نجاحات يو كان سكيل من الانفايرمنت اللي عندك، الايكو سيستم اللي عندك. الايكو سيستم ممكن يكون فريلانسرز، الايكو سيستم يكون مع شركات بارتنرز معاك، الايكو سيستم ممكن يكون انذر بارتنرز من جهات اخرى. فهذه من الشغلات اللي حتكون لها مؤثرات كثيره في السوق. الماتشورتي حيكون له دور على امباكت على الاقتصاد الدول، الجي دي بي، لانه حيكون الديجيتال ايكونومي حيكون له دور كبير في عمليه خلق دمج الاسواق المختلفه، حيكون له اثر كبير في الاي كوميرس والقطاع الانتربرايزز. طبعا النقطه التشينج ذا واي اوف ليفينج اند ورك، زي ما قلت انا قبل شوي، حيكون قطاعات، حيزيد عدد الموظف، حيزيد الفريلانسر في الماركت اكثر بكثير. حنشوف طبيعه العمل حتقل، كميه العمل ممكن العميل يكون من المنزل بشكل اكبر من الان، هو احنا قاعدين نشوفه لكن بنشوفه بشكل اكبر لما يكون في هايبر كونكتد انفايرمنت. عمليه ذا واي وي ليفينج بامكانك تشتغل باي مكان، ما انت محدود، بالرغم انها متوفره الان ونشوف نماذج، لكن لسه احنا بداياتها. حتشوفها نعيشها يمكن في الفترات القادمه، حتكون نشوف الانسان يقدر يشتغل باي وقت متى ما يبي عشان تو ديليفر سيرتن سكوبس. حيكون له هيز اون كي بي ايز، مثل موظف مثل زي سائق اوبر حيكون له كي بي ايز، فكل اللي حريص يكون عنده هاي بروفايل حيكون حريص انه يكون ديليفر ورك. هذا بشكل عام حتكون عن الاندستريال اي او تي بلاتفورم مقارنه بالاي او تي، هاي فروقات رئيسيه وحيكون مور ديستربشنز فيها. طبعا انا بحثت في الانترنت صراحه عن الامباكت حق الاندستريال اي تي في الماركت سايز في السعوديه. حقيقة عندي عتب على شركات الاستشارات، ما لقينا حقيقه مصادر كافيه دقيقه على الموضوع هذا. لقيت بس عن الاي او تي. فالاندستريال اي تي يعني اللي ذكرت لكم قبل شوي، في شموليه كبيره في التحول الرقمي للاندستريال اي تي. انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه منصاتها هي في قلب التحولات الرقميه، لكن لا يوجد بيانات حقيقه كافيه عشان اشارككم فيها، فما لقيت الا عن الاي او تي. بس بشكل عام الجروث يعني انكريزنج بنسب عاليه. في الجروث في السوق خارج المملكه العربيه السعوديه في نورث امريكا تقريبا ما بين 25 35%، يعتبر نوعا ما عالي كسوق. فالسوق على نمو الى فتره يعني الى 2040. هو الشركات والحكومات توجه تكون في محور في قلب التحولات الرقميه، يكون فيها منصات انترنت الاشياء الصناعيه. بشكل مختصر عن الفاذم، شركتنا مبنيه على اندستريال اي تي بلاتفورم سميناه بريكاسيتي. النموذج هذا هوريزونتال بلاتفورم، بحيث انك في مجموعه كومبوننت، سواء اخذ بيانات بشكل مباشر، عمليه الداتا سيرفيسز على لارج سكيل، ورك فلو مانجمنت جزء منها. for data governance، لأن من التحديات برضو إدخال البيانات، فيكون في data governance operational excellence. عملية تسوي analytics سواء على real time ولا batch analytics condition event. asset management وفيجواليزيشن زي ما قلتوا بشكل زي ما ذكرت قبل شوي بشكل متكامل فيجواليزيشن سواء ديجيتال توين او كي بي ايز او داشبورد بشكل كامل. هذا بشكل عام البلاتفورم اندستريال اي تي بلاتفورم اللي عندنا. والسولوشن دومين عندنا ديفرنت فيرتيكال سولوشن شغالين في القطاع النفطي في الاب ستريم، في القطاع النفطي في الميد ستريم وقطاع الخدمات اليوتيليتيز والمانيفاكتشرنج مجال التصنيع. وعندنا فاذم برضو عندنا في السبلاي تشين وسمارت كوميونيتيز اللي هو السمارت سيتيز فاذم انفراستراكشر. هذا بشكل عام عن الشركه، واتمنى اني ما طولت عليك باخر اليوم، واكون سعيد جدا اذا احد عنده اي سؤال عن الفروقات. اتمنى الفروقات واضحه الحين عند البعض يعني. شكرا لكم. في عندي سؤال؟
الله يسعدك. شكرا للأستاذ إبراهيم على هذا العرض. بهذا ننتهي في اليوم الأول من العروض والبرزنتيشنز. نشكركم جزيل الشكر على حضوركم. سنلقاكم غدا بإذن الله في الساعة 9:50 في اليوم الثاني من المؤتمر. ندعوكم لزيارة المعرض. المعرض لا زال مفتوح بجميع المشاركين فيه. شكرا مرة أخرى، وعلى الخير نلتقي غدا إن شاء الله بإذن الله. نلقاكم في 9:50. I'd like to thank you all for being here. This is the end of the first day. Tomorrow at 9:50 a.m. in the morning we will resume the second day. Hope to see you then. Thank you very much.